Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to some more Major League Wingspan. We are very, very close to the end of this regular season, just 2 games left. And if you saw our last game, you'll know that we have won our division, we're through into the playoffs. So in theory, there's nothing to play for in these last 2 games, but of course we want to try and win them. You do get better seeding the higher ranked you are in the table. So we are definitely going to be trying to win and trying to get ourselves as best position as possible when the playoffs come around. So we are going second in this game. We are going to jump in and yeah, we'll see. First of all, we've got on the train, not super duper amazing, so don't mind that going second. We'll let my opponent pick and then we'll jump back in and see what we've got in our own starting hand. And alright, here we go. It's time to take a look at our starting hand. And okay, not too interesting in total. I would say probably Tree Swallow is going to be of interest to us. Always good to get a wetland bird down, always good to get those brown pals in. Tuck and draw birds are very, very powerful, so definitely don't mind that. Will the bonus card sway us? Probably not. I think Ecologist is going to be the safe pick here, but we'll see. What did my opponent keep? Okay, pretty standard 3-bird opening. Yeah, I think we're just going to go Tree Swallow here. I think something like this Flamingo could be of interest. You know, potentially a more powerful version of the Tree Swallow, but does kind of depend if your opponent's going to draw cards, and if they don't, then you're kind of stuck, and that is not a fun position to be in. But it could be potentially an option, and just go digging in that round 1, because it does only cost a little bit more food than the Tree Swallow. I probably would do something like this if I'm doing Tree Swallow, just pay the food cost for it as normal. Draw some cards, look for some forest birds, hopefully to get down with the additional food I'm keeping, because, yeah, I don't think these are of interest. I think Honey Eater can sometimes work, but giving away Nectar, definitely risky and not the kind of thing I like to be doing early in the game. That's for sure. So, yeah, I think this is probably the sensible play. I just know with this Flamingo, if I don't keep it and my opponent plays wetland birds, I'm going to regret it. I could keep it as just an option. Costs me 1 food. Maybe that's worth it. And maybe, I don't know, if my opponent, if they play a wetland bird turn 1, I suppose I could just instantly react, play the Flamingo, and then I know I am going to be getting, yeah, those extra tucks. So what did they keep in terms of food? Okay, no fish. I think if they kept a fish, that would smell more like they're going to play a wetland bird, but I think let's keep both. It costs 1 food for me to keep this extra bird. Maybe that's going to come back and bite me, but yeah, I think for the sake of giving myself an option to actually use this Flamingo, this could pay off. So we'll see, but yeah, certainly plan A will be to play the Tree Swallow, dig, and yeah, if we don't need this Flamingo, I mean, there's plenty of nectar in the bird feeder. I can always throw it and get a bit more food going. Certainly not a bad thing in this early game. So what do they do? It looks like they went and drew cards. So actually, that's already 1 cube for this Flamingo to work with. That might be enough to get me going there. Because what did they take? They took a forest bird. It was the grosbeaks. Okay, so they're going to want to play that. And then go and do, yeah, maybe take some food, get some more birds down, and then maybe they want to draw cards again. This would at least put them off doing that. I don't know. This feels a little bit silly, but as I said at the start, we're already through, so maybe I can afford to play a little bit silly. So do we just do that? Do I take food first and get the extra nectar? I suppose it is blocking nectar from them as well, which is maybe not a bad thing. So let's yeah, let's actually do that. I don't know. This is maybe playing a bit fast and loose, but as I say, the result here isn't impacting our qualification. I think if I needed to win this game, I might be playing this a little bit differently and maybe a little bit more sensibly, but we're going to have fun with it. So there goes the grosbeak. No surprises there. And let's get Flamingo down. And I think we might keep 1 nectar here. Because, I don't know, am I just going to spend the rest of this round drawing? Maybe. Maybe I will. Let's spend the nectar. Who knows? If they get a second cube down, it might be advantageous to just go and draw cards for the rest of this round. And just benefit from those extra cubes, because you need the cubes there, or you're not scoring points. They're going to take food. No nectar coming up on that reroll, which is good, because I want them to be a little bit more restricted in what they can take. So let's go and draw some cards, see what we get. Okay, Eastern Whitbird. Kind of like that other brown power that I had in the starting hand, but giving away seeds. So works in a pinch. I think King Rail will get rid of. And see what we have to work with. Well, we've got another counter here in the crow. So we've got something that scores us points if they draw cards, and now something that maybe scores us points if they lay eggs. So that might be something, but I feel like this is probably not going to go down. What are they doing? Oh, yellow-headed blackbird. All right. I'm happy now. I'm happy because they are going to be drawing cards, and we're going to be getting tucks, and that is good news for us. So, okay, there we go. That was what I was after. Sapsucker is good. I think Whitbird in that case can go. And yeah, in all honesty, I think we just keep drawing. I'd imagine they're going to draw here, use this blackbird, get the tuck, get the egg. That's going to be their approach here. Getting the extra cube in the wetlands, hopefully for us to benefit from and get extra tucks on this Flamingo. And yeah, I think if we just draw this round, don't worry about the end of round goal. I think we can play Sapsucker next round, get a bit of food, maybe get this Painted Bunting down. Maybe we'll find some other birds. We're going to be hopefully seeing lots of cards here through the drawing and the tucking. So yeah, that would definitely be my ideal approach. So okay, Regent Bowerbirds, they're delaying. I think this is quite sensible, delaying the drawing of cards, but we might get a bit of free food, which I don't mind. So let's just keep drawing. Let's just keep drawing and see what we get. Okay, Black-Headed Gull has now made an appearance in this game. That could be quite an interesting one. But I do think for now, Hooded Crow can go. This Bobolink could be interesting. We're going to have maybe this Gull, maybe Malifaux, and of course the Flamingo itself. So that might help just get some eggs going, so we'll pick that up. And maybe look to use that. Yeah, going into round 2 or something. Because eggs are tricky to get hold of. Definitely tricky to get hold of on Oceania boards. So you need something like this Blackbird. Ideally, that's what I'm finding. Bush Tit or something like that. But yeah, in absence of that, sometimes these when played powers are your best friend. And sometimes other players giving you worms is also your best friend. So I don't mind that at all. That is going to help out a lot. Let's just keep drawing. Let's just keep drawing and seeing what we find. Okay, we're getting some forest birds now. Is that enough to push me into the forest? With the butcher birds, the nuthatches, that could be a good option. Yeah, I could, in that case, get rid of the sapsucker. I do quite like that as an option to go in the forest with those caching powers. So we'll look at potentially doing that. But yeah, let's just keep drawing. Keep drawing while we've got the cube. Because I do think this is making my opponent think twice about their approach. So Ready Duck's gone down. So that's all the birds they kept at the start. They 100% are going to draw cards on their next turn. I'd be pretty sure of that. Which will give us another cube to work with. But I think we still keep drawing. Let's just keep drawing, keep getting these tucks, see what we find. Okay, Cassowary. That's quite interesting. As is the Savannah Sparrow. So I think probably this Night Heron can go. And we're definitely getting lots of interesting options. We're getting lots of these ground nests. So Bobolink, and I'm sort of keeping this Malifaux as well as an option. Who knows, late in the game, play that. And then with that game end power, get a bunch of eggs. Could be interesting, but to be honest, loads and loads of good birds in my hand. Lots to choose from, lots of different directions I think I could go in this game. But as I say, maybe something in the forest, I think, with the nuthatches. Do quite like this butcherbird as well as an option to go up there. So I think we just use this early game as the digging, drawing cards, getting those tucks on the Flamingo. And it's going to be interesting going into round 2 and beyond. So we've got a time when we draw cards when they have the most cubes, and Right now, it's 2, so let's go and draw. See what we find. Okay, these birds are less interesting, but I think I can just get rid of those. Not too much to worry about there. So, losing end of round wasn't really one we were going for. What do we get? In round 2, okay, well, we'll maybe scrap everything and just go with a raven in the grasslands. That sounds sensible. Yeah, I mean, I've got to draw that. I can't leave that, unfortunately. So let's go pick that up. And we aren't going to get the tuck that time, but that is fine by me. And all right, so I was going to have fun in the forest here. I think we now don't. I think we go in the grasslands. Butcherbird can go there. Maybe this worm stealing shrike with this bowerbird in play could be an option, depending on how much they use it. But I think otherwise, yeah, we just go and raven it up and see what we can do there. So they are drawing, which is good because it means if we need to draw later, we are going to get the tuck that we want on the Flamingo. So, okay, got to think about how we do this. And it may well be worth taking food here, because I think I obviously could play the Raven and just force it. But all of these birds that I want to be playing in the grasslands, they all cost 3 food, so I need to legs twice before I can get one of them down. Because if I take food now, I can get myself a rat. I'm not happy to force the Raven. And then I can just get things going a little bit more quickly in the grasslands, and I think that is worth doing. So we can now sacrifice a bird like this nuthatch. I guess we'll take a fish. I don't think it matters too much. We have actually got lots of birds that eat worms that we're going to be wanting to play. But yeah, I do need to think a little bit about this end of round. So they've got Ruddy Duck as 1. I think Raven might be our only one at the moment. So unless something comes up in the tray, I'm probably not going to go and pick up something and play it and have time to lay eggs on it. So they're taking food. Again, no nits coming up, which is fine by me. And yeah, we'll get this Raven in the game. So this is going to sort us out for our nectar, which is going to be great. And yeah, I think we're going to go with this Butcherbird. So I think that will be hopefully a good one for us. Gambling a little bit with the brown power. Is it gonna get the tucks? Is it gonna get the caches? We're certainly going to be hoping it does. This bird feeder is certainly not friends with my opponent here. No nectar at all. Coming up. But we're going to have 2 coming up for us. So yeah, this is how Raven is just so powerful on these Oceania boards especially. Getting as much nectar as you want, really. And hopefully going to get us some extra points, because yeah, not much nectar being spent here. We are going to be spending plenty when we get these birds down. There we go, finally a bit more nectar coming up. So does look like they are sort of grabbing some worms. Oh, that was a miss on the grosbeak though, so that's a bit of a shame. But not enough really for me to immediately jump on this shrike. So I think for now at least, I think we'll go and get this butcher bird in play first. I think we'll spend like so, because we want to get the brown powers that we know will be scoring us points. So yeah, if they have a worm, if they choose to use this bowerbird, maybe get the shrike in play. But I think in a 2-play game, this is just very, very easy to block and just spend all your worms. And especially with something like Collar Dove, they will be spending worms. So okay, they're now going to win the set of round goal. Yeah, not too much I could do about that. But I won't worry. I'll just lay some eggs. We're going to ditch these extra cards. Come on, Butcherbird. Thank you. That is what we like. And get some more nectar so we can start playing more birds. So I think, yeah, I'll consider the Shrike. I'll consider it, but I think it's very, very likely that it's not going to do any good for us. So we might just go and play this Painted Bunting. I suppose we could play this Shoveler as well. Big points. Maybe get ourselves some more cards when we do choose to go and draw cards. But again, we've got to kind of wait. And I think going into that next round is when my opponent's going to draw cards again. They've not got that many in hand. And oh, okay, they're giving out worms. Ooh. Okay, well, surely they're not going to Surely they're not going to lay eggs. Or play a bird. I mean, you know, they're going to want to keep these foods for the collared doves, so that's kind of interesting. Okay. They're definitely tempting me into playing the Shrike. But I feel like it might be a bit of a bait, so maybe we play the Painted Bunting now. I'm going to want to play it next round anyway for that end of round goal. And then maybe I'm thinking something like we could do a Savannah Sparrow into, where's it gone? Bobolink double play next round. But I probably want to have the Shoveler down by then as well, so maybe laying some eggs, getting more birds down. Not a bad thing, so we want to keep the Bobolink. I think we want to play the Painted Bunting, so let's go ahead. Actually, let's use the worm that they're giving me, so keep the egg on the Raven. What are we going to get on the bonus card? Okay. Wetland Data Analyst could be an option. If we do play the Shoveler, that is smaller, but then we're going to have to keep going smaller. I'm not sure we're going to have much luck on Citizen Scientist because we have not got that many birds that can do tucking, so I think we're just going to have to keep this one and hope that we can squeeze 3 points out of that. But yeah, not the greatest bonus card pickup, so not going to get many points off there. Hopefully Ecologist can help us out a bit more. Do need to find some forest birds. I think probably Malafaux can go up there. I would certainly like to play the Cassowary, but we need something else. We need something to play this on top of, so yeah, maybe if we can find a nice forest double play. But otherwise, this might be a tricky one to make the most of, so we'll see what my opponent's going to do. I think this would be a good time to draw cards for them. Can't tell if that is what they did. I think is that a Benelli's Eagle in the trait? It is. And it is a double bird, so okay. We might get hands on that Vireo. But for sure they're going to be drawing cards here to pick up that Benelli's Eagle. So bad news is they get the Benelli's Eagle, but the good news is we do have a cube if we need to on the Flamingo. So yeah, hopefully that Vireo is still going to be there. I think that might be a good pickup for them, to be honest, with this end around goal, with the next end around goal. They've not picked it up. They've field killed here. Okay. Well, I was going to wait and try and get the Shoveler down, but I don't know. Is Killdeer still useful? I'm not too sure it is, in all honesty, so I do want that Vireo, though. I think I want to get this Shoveler down before I'm drawing cards. So let's go and lay our eggs. We've got some of these birds we can get rid of, so we will do that. Butcher bird's going to get a hit again, which is great. I'll get some more nectar. So yeah, I want to play this. I want to draw cards. And yeah, we'll see. I think it's too late for Killdeer. I think they might be tempted by it and go in the grasslands with the bowerbird, but I don't know, they've got quite a nice wetlands. I suppose the thing for them is they don't want to use it too much with the fear of this Flamingo sort of looming over their heads, so no, they've not gone for it. Completely understandable. Oh, very quick Benelli's going down, so okay, maybe just get something more in the forest. Can't blame them for that. Let's go ahead and get the Shoveler in the game here. And yeah, 4 turns left. I think we draw cards. We lay eggs twice, and then I think we just double play. We double play Sparrow into Bobolink. I think that's a good option. It's a bit earlier than I would like. You know, ideally I'd have the Malafaux down, maybe the Vireo, maybe the Cassowary. So I could benefit from those, but I think it is important, potentially for the centre round goal. We can see. We'll be going last. So maybe we can always just do Vireo, double play to Cassowary first, but they are still drawing cards, so I wasn't expecting that. I thought they'd go and take food, but this is good for me because I'm going to get more tucks here. So let's spend an egg, draw some extra cards. Okay, that Blackbird would have been nice earlier, but not to be. I think we do want Vireo though, 100%. Let's get another card off the Shoveler. And okay, this is kind of interesting, this Magpie. What do I not want? Probably you, and probably I don't think Black-headed Gull's going to get played, so Draw some more cards. Starling would also be interesting. Might be a bit overkill if my opponent has already got one of those tucking birds in play, but yeah, this data analyst, this is going to cause me some headaches. I just know it. It's going to be in that weird position where sometimes playing pretty weak bird in the wetlands, like for example this pink-eared duck, if it's worth a few more points. I suppose if it's worth 3 points off data analyst, and if it maybe gets 2 more off ecologist, that could be worth it. So we'll see. They're taking food. I'm going to lay eggs, and I think if this cormorant was small enough to hit the wetland data analyst, I'd keep it, but it's not, so I won't. And yeah, what else do we ditch? I think if we're going to double play into the bobolink, then I don't think we have space, sadly, for this magpie. So I think that's going to go. Butcherbird's going to miss, but that's fine. It's allowed. It's allowed some misses. It's not going to hit every time. I think it's already done a pretty good job with the hits it has got. So we'll see how much more that can continue. But yeah, in terms of our end game here, feels kind of straightforward. I think we do the double play here. I think we do the double play in the forest. I think we've got to get this Malifaux in the game as well. I think we could be looking all right for that last center round goal, but it's going to be close. Maybe that's a reason to keep something like this blackbird, and maybe that is the play instead of the duck in the wetlands. But we'll see. They're taking food again, so I think they're going to have another white and no power bird up their sleeve. But hopefully, as I say, we can steal it steal the end of our goal with our double play. So we get rid of, I think, the Shrike here. And I think we want to get rid of another, because this is going to be our last opportunity to discard cards for eggs. So I think probably, yeah, we'll get rid of the duck. And yeah, get these eggs down. Come on, Butcherbird. Nope, not this time. And yeah, grab a couple more nectar. So if they do play a white no power bird, I think we double play in the grasslands. If they don't, then I think we double play in the forest. Let's see what they've done. Jump to Swan. Okay, so yeah, they think they're winning the center round goal. They are not, because we're going to sneak it here with this double play, which, you know, as I said, would have liked to maybe hold off on that, but I think this is still relatively good time, and we still get 4 eggs off that, which is very, very nice. And yeah, win the end of round goal. So lost the first 2, winning this one. We're going to try on that last one. Might be tricky, but as I say, Malifaux is going to be a good play. So we will have that up our sleeve. So there we go, 6 points, very, very nice. Come into the final round. Not a super duper interesting trade, but I think we have an end game that works where we don't need to draw cards, because I think we could just lay eggs 3 times, double play, maybe double play into the Malifaux and then play the cassowary afterwards. But I don't know, there could be a world actually in which cassowary's not worth it because it ruins my end of round goal. So we can always hold off on that, but yeah, certainly we want to go ahead and lay eggs. We're going to be preying on this Butcherbird, and actually let's take off the Flamingo. Because if we are going to hope to use this this Malifaux, then it is going to be important to have the egg space. So maybe play that a bit sooner and use the egg space there. That could be a good approach to take. But yeah, we're going to think about nectar as well a little bit. I think in the forest, Vireo into Malifaux, if we can spend 3 nectar there, that might be enough. But there is every chance they take nectar. I mean, they're probably going to want to spend it on the dove in the grasslands, but, you know, we're already very, very well ahead there. So, yeah, they might focus fire on the forest, in which case then playing the cassowary with a couple more nectar, or potentially 3 more nectar, is going to be worth doing. But we'll wait and see. I say we do still have this blackbird as well, which wouldn't do anything for ecologist, but it would get Would get 3 more points. So it would be a 4-point play. Potentially then 3 more off the end of round makes it 7-point play. That could be worth it. So if we were to want to play all of those birds, I mean, laying eggs, even if the butcher bird hits, it's not a huge turn. If we're using the raven, it's only 5 points. So we might want to be in a position to react to this end of round. But yeah, so if we laid eggs and we had the 5 food, we could double play Vireo into Cassowary. That would use 4 food. We'd then get 2 berries back. So we would have... I think we'd be okay, because we'd have a nectar and... No, because we'd have a nectar and 2 berries, and we can't play both of these with a nectar and 2 berries. This fish is really ruining me. that fish that I took way back at the start of round 2, that was a worm. I think we'd be in a better position here, but oh no, actually maybe we can, because if we do nectar. Yeah, no, it's the berries that I get from here I think that's causing the problem, because ideally I use the berries to play Malafowler and Vireo, but I can't play this before playing those, so I don't think we can get everything down. But I don't think that's too big of a problem, so let's go and lay eggs. And man, after doing so well early on, this butcher bird is just straight up not having a good time here, so please, I may well need you to hit maybe once more. That may well be needed. We'll see. Alright, what are you playing? Taking food. Okay, lots of nectar, so yeah, we'll see where that's going to go. I think for now, we go ahead and do this up in the forest. And yeah, we've actually got egg space now on all of our growl nests, so that is fine. And yeah, I think we lay eggs and then we wait and see. Because this cassowary, it's 5 points for the cassowary, but it bumps us down 1 on the end of round goal, which is obviously not good. So we don't want to be doing that. I just told Eagle, okay. So they're not going for the low birds, which is understandable. Do we just lay eggs twice here? Do I have the egg space to do that? If I laid eggs twice, I'd be getting 8 eggs. So I could put 1 here, 2, 3 here, 4 here. Yeah, I could actually just about, because I'd be finishing on 21 eggs. Then I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and fill up. Because this is the thing, is that I think playing cassowary isn't worth it over laying eggs. Although actually no, because now, because we now got the nectar to contend within the forest. Okay, maybe cassowary is worth playing, because if it has that 6-point swing in the forest, at worst it's causing a 3-point swing downwards in this end of round goal. So I think I've talked myself into it. So come on, butcher bird, thank you. That's much more like it. Let's take 2 more nectar. And yeah, I think we do still play this cassowary, so we are going to be missing out on that 1 egg off the Malafau, because obviously this is going to have an egg on it. I think I maybe could have played the ordering slightly differently here, but I didn't know. That's the thing, I think I didn't know that playing the cassowary was going to be the best play until they'd already played their forest place. Okay, Australian Ravens going down. They are definitely taking food here on this last turn, because with Collar Dove and Raven, you need a lot of food. And that means, hopefully, we're not affecting this in the round. So let's go ahead. I suppose, actually, I was going to say, I could not use the power, but is that worth it? to not use the power? I don't think it is, because you only get the eggs and the food. Because, yeah, if I just played this straight up, it's 3 points. But I get 1 back. I get an extra Malafau egg, so it's a 4-point play. Maybe it's the same, because I think if I play this on the Vireo, it's 5 points, and I lose the egg off the Vireo. But I think getting the extra two eggs or the 2 berries makes this a marginally better play. So let's go ahead and get this down and get our 2 berries. So yeah, as I say, I think if I'd committed to the cassowary early, I could have double played Vireo into cassowary, then play the Malifaux after, take the egg off the cassowary, and you get the egg back. But not knowing that I had to play it, or that I wanted to play it, does bring out a little bit of inefficiency. But opponent taking food, wedge-tailed eagle getting the hit, so that's good for my opponents. And yeah, they are going to be getting some tucks or some caches through those powers. So we turned it around on the inner round goals, which is nice, getting the last 2 wins, and we're going to get some eggs here. So 5 of the Malifaux, as I said, could have been better. Our bonus cards are definitely hurting us, so this could be a close game. I'm sort of trying to work out what bonus cards they might have. They may well be better than ours, but we did win all the nectars, and I think, yeah, that's the strength of the Raven. I think that always helps. Winning those 3 nectar battles, it's worth a lot of points. So we'll see what difference that's going to make coming into these final scores. So as I said, I think this could be quite close. They got a lot of big point birds down for sure late in that game. So 49 is a big total. None on the bonus cards. Okay, so that is helpful. We both were quite poor in that category. Tied on the end of round goals. Eggs, I think we did slightly edge. Yeah, we are going to come out ahead there by quite a distance. Tuck cards, thanks to that Flamingo. I think we just about had enough, and we are going to hold on with this nectar at the end with a score of 112. So I'm quite happy with that. Up against 96. Pretty comfortable margin of victory, but I don't know if that was a super comfortable game. Raven definitely made it easier. But yeah, some difficult decisions in that end game. Turns out sometimes laying eggs and then playing birds, who knew, is going to get you over the line. So we'll take a look at our opponent's board one last time. Yeah, Fishery Manager. That is a bit of a shame because it's a pretty good bonus card, but clearly none of those birds just showing up. And yeah, Benelli's Eagle, Wedge-tailed Eagle, Australian Raven, Trumpet Swan, as said, lots of big point birds going down, but maybe just didn't really have the engine. Maybe they were put off during cards. Maybe there's some, intangible value to Flamingo there. Still not sure that was the right play at the start, but hey, it got 9 tucks. It allowed us to do that digging in round 1. Definitely found some good stuff with that. And got us over the line for the win here. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for watching. We have got just one more game in this regular season of Major League Wingspan, but hopefully lots more to come in the playoffs as well that we have already qualified for. So if you want to see those, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following along on the channel, and I hope to see you in another game very, very soon.